I look over, and sure enough, I can see the school infirmary, where the nurse can usually be found. The door's still open, so maybe she's still there. We make our way inside. It's not long after we get there that I'm escorted to one of the cots by the nurse. And, well, we're technically coming up to one of my favorite scenes in this entire story pretty soon. I'm still sort of amazed with the conversation Akane and I had on the way over here. Or on our way over here. Ah. I don't think I've ever had the chance to talk to her this much. Not since the day we first met, anyway. Which, as I mentioned, I do have a scripted version of that moment. Unfortunately, we don't get to see it here, but all I can say is, wait and see. I may just surprise you. I do my best to rest, but then my mind wanders back to what happened in the classroom. There are a lot of unanswered questions just swirling around in my mind. What was that knife doing there? Why did I have that random flash of a nightmare come to me? Maybe I'm just seeing things. I don't even know. Maybe Akane has a point. I might be so stressed out that I'm having all these weird dreams, and now I'm seeing things that aren't even there. How bad must my mental state be if I'm seeing knives or shadow figures lurking around? Wait, shadow figures? Why am I thinking about that? Because of residual memories from past loops of sorts. My train of thought is derailed when I hear some voices not too far away. Akane, what are you doing here? What? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Why? You've got that job to go to, right? So what's going on? Oh, well, yeah, but... Okay, well, maybe it isn't nothing. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just had to bring someone else here, that's all. There's a bit of silence before they resume talking. It wouldn't happen to involve that guy, you... Shh! He might hear you! Oh, I see. Sorry about that. Well, I guess I'd better get going then. See you around. Yeah, see you around, Himari. Himari? As in Himari Hirabayashi? Even though we're in the same class, I don't think I've ever spoken to her. As I turn on my side, I hear some footsteps approaching. Yeah, the nurse office scene also got extended. I look to see it's Akane. She's still here? Not that I don't want her here, but considering she has that part-time job, I imagine she'd have left already. Daniel, how are you how are you doing? Are you feeling any better? I am a little bit better. I'm feeling more relaxed now that I think about it. Maybe it was just the environment adding stress to me. Oh, thank God. I was afraid it was going to be something more serious, but I'm glad you're feeling a little better. Yeah, thank you for bringing me over here, Akane. No problem, Daniel. After all, we're friends. I'm not going to turn my back on you or leave you out in the cold. I might stick around for a little bit. I want to make sure you're going to be okay. The nurse says she's going to leave, but we can stay here until we're ready to go. She's going to lock the door, but since you'll be the last one out, we'll leave it open for you. Alright. Thanks for the heads up. And, well, thanks again for getting me over here, Akane. What else can I say except, you're welcome, Daniel. I wonder if, well, I'll be slightly disappointed if no one gets the reference, but I do tend to reference obscure things at times, but
I don't think that movie was obscure to begin with. After we have that laugh between ourselves, I see her head over to a chair not that far away. It's not soon after that I feel myself slipping away. I guess sleep is finally here to take me. Wait a minute. How long was I asleep for? Exactly 7 years. Okay, no. I slowly get up from the pillow and look over to my side. Akane is fast asleep in one of the chairs. Wait, how long was she here for? Was I seriously alone with her like this? Could be worse. You could have had her staring at you while you sleep, like a total stalker, but we're not playing that mod. I'd rather not wake her, but considering how dark it is outside, I don't have many other options. I don't know how late she is to her job, and I'd rather she not get in trouble. I nervously reach over and gently poke her arm. I don't know any better way to do this. Hope she won't be too mad at me. Hey, Akane? Wake up. After gently prodding her arm enough, her eyes flutter open and she looks over at me. Huh? Oh, no, it's you. How are you feeling? I'm feeling a lot better now. Much better compared to when you brought me here. Never mind, though. How long were you in that chair for? Or how long were you at that chair for? I'm not sure. After I said I wanted to stick around, I went to go sit down. After a while, I noticed you fell asleep. I was messing around on my phone and catching up on some reading assignments, but then I started feeling kind of sleepy too. Oh, damn it, I'm so sorry, Akane. I have no idea how late you are to your job, so you should really get a move on. Oh, there's nothing to worry about there. I called my manager not long after you fell asleep, so she already knew I wasn't going to be in today. I told her there was a bit of an emergency I had to take care of. Wait, so you didn't go because of me? Akane, Don't feel bad, Daniel. I wanted to stay and make sure you were okay, remember? But missing your job because of me? You said you needed this. I don't want you to lose your job because you're wasting time on me. You're important to me, Daniel. I wasn't going to leave you when you might have needed help. That's why I told her I wasn't going to be in today, and well, at first I told her that a friend of mine needed medical attention, but she seemed a little suspicious. So, well... She starts to nervously fidget in her chair as she struggles to find the right words. Normally, she's very lenient, but for some reason she was giving me a hard time. So that's why... To get her off my back, I might have said you were my boyfriend, and I didn't want to leave your side. Both of our faces are crimson now. Akane? That was the first thing that popped into my head! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lie to her about you, but I didn't even feel like going in after you freaked me out. I was worried, I just wanted to make sure you were okay, and I didn't even know. I didn't know what else to do, so I just... She hides her face in her arms. Akane? What's the matter? She stops hiding her face, but she refuses to make eye contact with me. I never wanted to tell you this because I was afraid of how you'd react, but... The reason why I probably blurted that out to her is because... I like you, Daniel. I've liked you for the longest time now. I've never felt this way about someone before. At my old school, most of the guys just thought I was a nerd and generally ignored me. Other guys would be hitting on me and making me totally uncomfortable.
One guy named Jackson used to make a lot of rude and stupid comments about my huge boobs. Meanwhile, a few of the girls would tell me guys only liked me because they wanted my body, and I hated my old skull. And when Lady forced me to move with her, I thought I was going to hate it here too. But then I met Kodanoa and she became my first friend here. Then she introduced me to Monica, Himari, even Kiyomi. And eventually, I met you. Everything changed for me. You weren't some pig who only wanted to screw my brains out like Jackson. You were kind, sincere, and compassionate. You were also super smart and fun to talk to. To the point, I tried to find little excuses to try running into you, but failing miserably, obviously. I never bothered asking Lady since she couldn't give a damn about what I was feeling. But one day, Monica found out, and that's when she told me it was because I liked you. And she's right. I know it in my heart, but I couldn't tell you. I was afraid that if I told you, you'd never want to speak to me again and think I'm some cross-wired freak.
Akane, no,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make things awkward between us. I always make things awkward for everyone I talk to, I swear. If you're angry at me, I totally understand. You don't have to be my friend anymore if you'd rather not. Don't feel like you have to talk to me anymore or even acknowledge I exist. How could I be so stupid? I just made the only guy I've ever liked hate my guts.
I surprised the both of us with what I do in response. Honestly, I don't know why, but it's because I slowly get off the bed and I go over to her. I gently take off her glasses and sure enough, there were tears in her eyes. All this time, I never knew what her life was like, or the things she'd gone through. After listening to Akane pour her heart out to me, my resolve has been renewed, and I know what I have to do. Akane?
Yes?
I've actually liked you for a long time, too. I just never knew the best way to ask you out. I'd always talk myself out of it because, as stupid as it sounds, I figured you'd think I was the cross-wired freak and you'd hate me forever. Now that we're alone and being honest with each other, well, I like you, Akane. I'd really like to be your boyfriend and provide the love and care you deserve. Because you mean a lot to me. More than you might know. So, well, what do you say?
Daniel, do you really mean that?
Really, really?
Yes, Daniel, yes! I wanted to ask you myself, but I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Oh, Daniel. My dearest darling.
She practically throws herself in my arms, embracing me like I could float away at any moment. Float away at that moment. Still holding onto her glasses, I carefully wrap my arms around her, embracing her tightly. This moment feels like absolute bliss. It's as if nothing else matters in this one moment. She's still crying as I melt into her embrace. The girl I've had feelings for since the start of the school year. She has the same feelings for me. I couldn't be happier in this moment. As she calms down, Akane pulls away from me, glowing with newfound happiness. She dries her eyes. I put her glasses back on her. I reach out to take one of her hands in mine. She holds onto my hand, clasping it tightly. As her faces draw closer, we are interrupted by an unexpected guest. The way I did in the original video, we interrupt this broadcast for an important news bulletin.
Sorry, you two, but there's no time for love here.
Amy?
Amy? I don't know if it's the will of the real Akane or not, but this isn't what's supposed to happen. Fate is called as such, because we can't change or deny it. We can only accept it.
The real Akane? What are you talking about?
Sorry, lover boy, but it's time for you to go back to sleep. Either that, or we can avoid all this if Akane just rejects you again and leaves. It's your call, Daniel and Akane.
Again?
What are you saying? I'm not leaving his side. You think you could ask me to abandon my boyfriend like nothing? Well, read my lips. Forget it.
Amy reaches over for something. A bat. Amy, what are you going to do with that?
What do you think, Daniel? Do you live in a cave? Now, say goodnight, lover boy.
Before I can say anything, I feel the full force of Amy swinging the bat into my face.
What are you doing? Get away from him. Hush, sweetie. I'm working here. You know, for someone who's shy, you're kind of loud, aren't you? I won't let you hurt him, Amy. Not while I'm still standing. Oh. Very poor choice of words. Fine, then it's lights out for you too, kitten.
I struggle to get back up. I see Akane trying to wrestle the bat away from Amy. Just as she's about to, Amy lets go of the bat, sending her tumbling backward. When Akane falls to the ground, she releases the bat, allowing Amy to reclaim it.
There we go. Don't worry, Akane. This will only hurt for a second.
With the bat, Amy whacks Akane upside the head with seemingly less force, knocking her out cold.
Akane! Now, where were we, lover boy? Oh, right. Operation Go to Sleep.
Amy resumes swinging her bat at me with full force over and over again.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep!
I can't even feel my face anymore. Soon, I feel my consciousness fading.